welcome back to the Ask Johnny channel. Do you remember when you were a youngster and you read something or saw something back in those days and you thought it was a load of bullshit? But now, with the blossoming of the years, you start to look at it in a slightly different light? Well, that's what we're talking about here. Yeah, they'll get a hiding, Johnny. The Russians will just bloody come in and take our... Are we on? Are we running? G'day, Johnny. Welcome back for another exciting episode. G'day, Johnny. Just read out the bloody question. Righto, Johnny. This is from Flip. And Flip's in the Isle of Wight over there. Thanks for watching. It's Flip in the Isle of Wight, for God's sake. But Johnny, Flip asked, Johnny, you have mentioned you read the classic book Chariots of the Gods as a teenager and largely dismissed those theories of ancient astronauts. Yes, that's right. That was back in the 70s, Johnny. Do you still regard those theories as false? Signed, Flip from the Isle of Wight. Thanks, Flip. Johnny, do you still think all that's bullshit? Well, I have come around a little bit, Johnny. Way back then when I was a teenager, I read that particular book, and after a while I started to think, I think he's trying to draw a pretty long bow on some of these bloody claims. Oh yeah, Johnny, I've changed my mind on a lot of things too. You know, when I was a kid, I never liked bloody vegetables, and now I'm eating them all the time. But there was one picture that stuck in my mind when I read Eric von Daniken's Chariots of the Gods, and that was this picture. Yeah, Jesus, have a look at that. That's a good one. Yeah, this picture. Now, I reckon it's the Lord, what's his name? Lord, what's his name? Going into the afterlife on the tree of bloody life or something.
I asked him, the first thing I asked him, I said, what is
Can I pause?
Yeah.
I desperately have to go pee.
No, go.
Yeah.
Go. The first thing I asked him was, what is the most compelling piece of evidence? And he pointed to this Mayan stone plaque that's in Palenque. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's
in the book?
Yeah, it's a god, one of their former kings that is lying on his back, and he looks like he's moving some. Jamie, see if you can find that thing.
Tell me it looks like a bloody bloke sitting in a bloody rocket. Yeah, that's the main one, Johnny, that stuck with me all these years, these decades. But as you know, we do a lot of research here on the Ask Johnny channel for our particular programs. Yeah, Johnny, as I was sitting there doing my research, I started looking at those bloody great big pyramids in Mexico. Oh, they're bloody amazing. Yeah, in Mexico, they're called
Teotihuacan. The ruins of Teotihuacan Pyramid Complex were a thriving cultural center. Many describe it as the first great city of the Western Hemisphere. Wrapped in mystery as its inhabitants disappeared from the record, leaving no documents to explain this vast architectural marvel.
As I was sitting there drinking my coffee, Johnny, as I do in the mornings, doing research, I said to myself, by Jesus, that city complex, it looks like a bloody airport. By Jesus, it does look like a bloody... And for a moment, Johnny, I thought I was the only one who had bloody come up with that particular bloody... Yeah, but Johnny, you're not the first person to think of that, surely. Then I realised that people have probably said it over the years there.
Teotihuacan, city of the gods, or was it an ancient spaceport? It's not the first time that we hear of pyramid plateaus being used as spaceports. The Vimanas of ancient India, were supposed to be associated with space travel. The same thing with the Giza pyramids.
It was once the largest city in the Western Hemisphere. The history, origins, power, and decline remain unknown in modern society. At one point, it was the home to up to 500,000 people and had a huge urban core. Just like every civilization on Earth, the decline was swift. In fact, it was so fast of a decline that they could not even document their collapse. But they never documented their rise to power either. And get this, there is no evidence whatsoever that they had any sort of ruler or government. So who was calling the shots?
Yeah, some of it was a bit bloody, yeah, a bit bloody. But as you sit there, in the twilight of your years, you begin to see things and you think, by Jesus, that does look like a bloody spaceport or something.
High as a kite. There's something about this site, it really is the place in myth and tradition where the gods came down and created man. And it's also said that this site was built by giants, like many of the other sites we find across Mexico and Central America.
Yeah, they see some sort of aircraft take off from some bloody runway, or their ancestors did, and then their bloody befuddled, primitive bloody brains, all they can come up with is that they must have been gods, and if we build a bloody great big long airstrip looking thing, perhaps they'll come back.
The scale of this place is jaw-dropping, making it one of the ancient world's largest cities of that epoch.
Now the mainstream blokes, they think it's the city of the dead or some bloody thing, or the highway to hell or some fucking thing, but...
The avenue today measures about 2 miles and 131 feet wide. 2 miles long, 131 feet wide. Archaeologists have discovered that the avenue is actually a lot longer and wider than it appears today.
And where did they go to, Johnny? They all just disappeared.
Estimates of about 150,000 inhabitants are thrown around, but no one really knows, since they all vanished without a trace.
What, did they go and just piss off into the jungle? Just get to the point, Johnny, for Christ's sake. Or did they build this bloody joint and then something did happen and scared the living shit out of them? Johnny, are you trying to tell us that ancient civilizations, they're all fixated on bloody going up to the stars, and it's because they saw something they couldn't understand? So in summing up, Johnny, and for Flop, was it Flop, Johnny? Yeah, Flip from the Isle of Wight. Flip, I think that we've got to start looking at these things when they become bloody quite obvious that what the bloody mainstream bloody scientists are telling us. But Johnny, are you thinking that might be aliens? Yeah, as I said earlier, Flip, the older you get, the more you start to see things in a bit of a different light. And to me, that bloody picture just looks like an airport. Yeah, the alien stuff, I don't reckon it's bloody... Oh, well, Johnny, it's been a marvellous session this morning. Again, you've proved your worth as an investigative journalist. And on behalf of everyone here in the studios and thousands of viewers out there, I thank you.